I'm Mike Ward, and we are at Suncrest Christian Church in St. John, Indiana, and we're about to walk through the system design in the room. This is just a standard microphone plug-in box. This is where we plug in all our XLR cables, and then we have 5 boxes on the stage that we use, and they run through a snake that goes through the floor, up the wall, to the sound booth. This setup right here is for our bass player. So our bass player plugs his bass guitar in, and it runs to the direct box, and then from the direct box runs into that box through the snake up to my console. The bass player, why we don't have our bass player use an amp is basically, if you get an amp on this stage, it's going to be very loud, which is going to cause the audience to hear the bass amp versus the house sound. And in church sound, the main obstacle is for it to sound good without being loud. And so that's how we fight that. Instead of running an amp on the stage, we have no bass volume on the stage. It only comes out the house, which allows for the house to sound better and not muddied up. It's not only the guitar player is also through a direct box. We use Line 6 pod pedals, which have amp emulators built in them. And the way I like to look at this is electric guitarists, like their amps really loud. Once again, it would cause a lot of volume in the audience, and I would be unable to manage that volume from the booth. So we have him run through a direct box with an amp emulator. And the way I like to put it, instead of him having an amp on the stage, the PA is now his amp. And so we actually do create sounds around how they sound coming out of the amp or the speaker versus now. So it's basically just another way of killing stage volume. Stage volume is a nemesis when it comes to church sound, in my opinion, because it really, I mean, if you look at the room, it's not very big. I'm very limited on how loud I can run it. So basically, I can either run the PA over the stage or just not have any stage volume.